round championship today in China in a wet qualifying. Matt, and Tom flying. Matt and Tyler Thomas retiring from the session already. It's gonna be a wet quali and a dry race. That's the info that I have gotten. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a mad race because of the strategy games and everything. We could have a really good one. About how good the race could be.
Yeah, okay, I like that one. Why me?
Do you need an invite?
No, I already have one. Luke is sending me like a lot.
Let me turn all the stuff on that we need. Lap data, track map.
The dial.
Oh!
The what?
Wet tires for Thomas McIver. No.
Probably,
but full wets. Is he on
wets.
track? I want to see if he's on track. Okay, he is on track. Thomas McIver on full wets. I don't think it's a good idea. It's TM Racing, VSMT TM Racing.
Yeah. Weird. Bro, in the pad on his. Ooh, and we have Tom.
AlphaTauri, Billy, or Store, or who is it? It's not Billy.
Into the bag, wait. Into the bag is fitted. He is fitted sauce.
He's in the pits.
Yeah, but he has fitted sauce. I don't know why. As I got kicked out of position again, like usual, because my internet is so crap today, and I'm the only one nearly using this. Oh, I need to actually restart the game because I just pressed ready up. It's not good.
Do you need another invite, or do you have loads?
No.
Okay. Meanwhile, Enzo with a 46.8, Adam with a 45.3, and oh god, Ivan King with a 56.0. Tom now crossing the line. Full lap time, full provisional pole 44.3, and there's a Red Bull invalidated.
What?
And Adrian Lennon is on a lap. Will be the next one to cross the line. No, it's gonna be Billy, the next one to cross the line. Let's go on board with Billy. Oh, he's on an outlap. Sorry. And let's go back to. Oh, there is Enzo spinning. As Adrian Lennon now into the hairpin, big braking zone in the wet, even trickier. Wet race? What? Matt told me that it's gonna be dry race or what? Wet quality dry race, yeah.
Probably people are probably gonna do a dirt dry setup on the race.
Let's see. Adrian goes pole 44.3. Oh, DRS has been enabled. Okay. Okay.
So it's clearing up.
Yes.
So it's not going to be a rainy quali.
Yes, it's gonna be dry.
Yeah.
Thomas, the soft. Let's just go with him through the first sector as Ross Golightly sets the fastest time, 44.2. The lap, the track is improving. The softs feel quite, or look like they're feeling quite nicely at the moment. Oh, a bit twitchy on the rear end. Now they're side-by-side racing and qualifying. Interesting. There is... Oh, Thomas McCarver is off in the S's. We were just watching him and now he's off track. Who will be the next one to cross the line? It's going to be a McLaren. It's going to be a starting lap, the McLaren. But Tim here, he is on the Inters. He will probably box this lap. And go for the soft tires. Anybody setting a lap time? Maybe. Billy will start his lap. Then there's a Ferrari. Ivan has retired from the race, from the qualifying. I haven't seen this. Everybody's pitting now.
But
Billy.
why? Probably because the others never go normal slicks. Maybe?
Yeah. Yep.
So it is slicks.
Let's see Billy how he does here through the S's.
You will see.
The track is much better than in the wet. Yesterday we did a wet Project Cars session in Watkins Glen, and Project Cars has a real wet weather simulation that has actual wet puddles and that you can actually spin when touching them, and that's a quite a nice change.
Yeah. And I'm out of invites because I'm disconnected.
All good. Oh, Michael Marlowe goes P1 34.5, 10 seconds better than Ross's time, and now Billy will be the second car to cross the line with a lap time of 1:33.3 and goes P1.
P1.
The next one is cross the line is going to be Enzo, but Enzo is going to go into the pits. Then there is Adrian Lennon. Will start his lap now. He's on the mediums. Then that might tell us that we're gonna have a dry race, because when you're on the mediums you can actually do a easy one stop and you will probably have a pace advantage if there's no safety car. The Mercedes and the Williams pitting. Tom now crossing the line shortly. Let's see. Tom with a 31.9 goes 2 seconds quicker than Billy. Now Tim will start his lap. Ross goes across the line to start his lap. As oh, I don't know this name. Let me just look it up. Maybe it's a reserve that isn't even in the name thingy. B something. B Vessier. B. Hello B. B is P2 on the mediums. 33.2. As Adrian goes P1 on the medium tires, 31.3. Really good lap.
It might be a combi.
Yeah, look, I don't know what he's actually called, so.
Yeah, me neither. But
Tom,
we call him best shit.
I cannot pronounce that.
I'll do the pronounce. You just say that guy, and I'll say best shit for you.
B, and then you can go to the end. As Tim is now going to go across the line to go P3, and Ross goes fastest with a 31.1, 0.2 quicker than Adrian Lennon. The next one is Reese with a 31.8. Then it's the two Haas guys starting their laps. Or the one Haas guy, no, it's two Haas guys. Wooly is in P6 at the moment, going for a second push lap on the mediums. Of course, you can afford another push lap when you're on the mediums because they are far more durable than the softs. Is this Adrian now coming across the line? No, it's gonna go into the pits. Is anybody on a fast lap? Ross is invalidated. Adam is in P10 on the mediums. He should improve this lap.
Hey Luke, if you hear this, can I get an invite from you?
Oh yeah.
I was sent it to you, but you can do it too if you want. I don't care, at least I got it, right? Wait, we should call Luke Mr. Baker. You know what?
Why?
His last name is Baker.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Baker.
Oh. Oh, yeah, get it.
Yeah, okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
Adam is invalidated.
Oh.
Marlowe is on an outlap. This could be a really good one. 5-6 drivers don't have a lap time. That is not. That's not what they would ideally want. Luke included Shane as well, the two championship contenders. Meanwhile, let's go through the standings while everyone is on the outlap, or we can do that after quality because we have only 2 minutes left.
Yeah, do that after quality.
Tom Spicer going for another lap on the softs, or
Probably.
is he gonna pit now? Because he is P2 with a 31.3. It's a pretty good lap time. Can he go any quicker? Will he go into the pits? Yes, he will. We have Enzo now starting his lap.
Oh, like, loud in the game.
You are lagging.
Guess it. Oh jeez. I'm got back.
Renault are starting the lap. Alpha will start his lap. Alpha will start his lap. Where is Tom? Tom has just started his one. There's Enzo in the hairpin. Billy also just started the lap. Has invalidated the lap. Will not improve.
What? Okay. I'm speechless.
I think your internet isn't cooperating.
Gonna be right back. I need to eat.
Yeah. Okay, the Williams boys and someone are battling here to the line as Michael Marlowe will go P2, Shane goes P1. The two Williams guys cannot improve P13 and P15. What a shambles qualifying for them. Now it's the Renault of Tom across the line. Will he go pole with his medium tires? No, it's going to be P7 for him. Reese is going to start the lap. Ross goes P2. Tim is doing donuts with I don't know whom. Reese and I think it's Luke across the line. Luke P18. Reese goes P2. A really good job from Reese. I think we're done for this quali session. It is Shane on pole from Reese from Ross, and then it's Marlowe, Tom Spicer, Adrian Lennon, Billy Moss, and Tom Joel, or Joel, I don't know how to pronounce it rightly, I'm sorry. Tim Brewsterlands, then Enzo, then William, that's Willie, then it's Mr. B. No, that's like Mr. Bean, and no B. Yeah. Then we have Adam Corrigan, Ivan King, Thomas McIver, Tyler Thomas, Jessica, Luke, Jeremy Pope, and Matt in last, as always. We are now going to go to the race. I believe it's 28 laps, if I'm not mistaken. And it's not wet, it's dry, but we know how China is. China has some rapid weather changes. the session starts in 15 seconds, I can go through the standings whilst we wait for the drivers to start the formation lap. Let me just find them in the Discord server. So for the drivers standings, we have Adrian Lennon in P1 with 96 points. Then we have Tom with 84 points, Tom Joel. Then Michael Marlowe in the McLaren with 80 points. And then Reese in P4 with 58 points, sharing the P4 with Adam Corrigan. Then P6 Shane with 57 points, just 1 point behind. Then we have Tim Brewster Lenz in P8 with 36, Ivan King 27 in P9. Top 10 are rounded out by Tom Spicer with 17 points. Sharing the 17 points with him is Luke Baker. Then P12 Thomas McIver 14 points, Billy P13 with 13 points. Enzo P14 with 6 points, Matt Romano P15 with 2 points, Tyler Thomas P16 with 1 point, and the drivers with no points are Gianluca Tescari, Joachim Storm, Nelson Santos, Jeremy Pope, Jessica Harrison, Craig Booley, Harris Quentin, then it's Lance Corbett Randall and Fionn Arne, something like that. And let's now go for the constructor standings. We have Renault leading with 120 points, then AlphaTauri P2 107, McLaren P3 80, Williams P4 72, sharing P4 with Ferrari. Then Racing Point in P6 60 points, 57 points go to Mercedes in P7. 8th place is occupied by Haas with 17 points, then it's Red Bull with 15 and Alfa Romeo with 6 rounding out the grid. And now let's enable everything again and let me just see. Oh, so the top 5 on softs. Then everybody else on mediums apart from Luke and Matt. As they are lining up to start the race. Shane on pole. From Reese, from Ross. This could be really interesting. What will happen? Will we have a safety car after the first sequence? 3, 2, 1, and it is... Oh, it is a glitched lights out with Jessica, Tyler Thomas and Ivan having a drive-through penalty as there is a 3 wide action as a nice slide from Michael Marlowe to save the car. Oh, and now there you cannot save this. Down to P20 probably. Firstly has a nice save as there is Thomas McIver running really wide. Yeah, I don't know what to say for them, for Michael Marlowe, because he had a really nice save at turn 1 and then he got hit again, or he closed the door on someone again, as there's a part of a AlphaTauri wing. Lap 1 in China, always chaotic. You need to take care always. Shane building a gap, 8 tenths already. There's such a nice view with all the cars approaching. Will Thomas go down the inside? No, and as there is another part of a front wing. Shane with the fastest lap, 36.7. When will the guys serve their penalties? DRS has been enabled. What? We're not on lap 3. We're on lap 2. I might be dumb, but I'm not that dumb. As a lot of the guys pit already, probably for damage repairs and or for the drive-through penalties. Shane is leading from Reese from Ross. The two Renaults following each other closely. For the real action to get going, I think we will actually have to wait until the DRS has been enabled. Is the DRS enabled? It's not enabled, it's a graphics glitch. Well, oh, big lockup here. Jeremy also having a lockup here. As Ross is getting close to Reese. Maybe on the long back straight we could have a move for P2 as Ivan pits. Okay, now it's the long straight and we can expect maybe a move, and behind them it's a long train powered by Tom Spicer. Now it's gonna, it is too long maybe, but Reese will certainly close in on Shane. Billy and Spicer were side by side. Now Billy has lost out there. Oh, Shane pits on lap 4. Spicer pits as well, okay. So much movement as Tim will try to go around the outside on Tom. Will it be a switchback move? Maybe. No, it's not gonna be a switchback move. It's really hard to overtake into turn 1 unless you have a massive tire difference. So Shane undercutting or protecting from the undercut. Good morning. The next race on GT Sport. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Michael Marlowe with the fastest lap. Will the top 2 opt to pit now, or will they go on and try to extend to go for a possible 1 stop? Let's see what Shane, one trials Shane is on. It's medium, so Shane is on a certain 2 stop. Tom is closing in on Billy, and this could be a move being done right there. Nope, not happening, but braking earlier, maybe getting the better traction. Not here, says Billy. As Luke, I don't know what happened here, but I've seen that something was going on, definitely. Billy and Tom are side by side. So much action on this trade only. Still side by side, Tom and Billy. Tom will go up into P3 temporarily. Luke and Jeremy also having their games. The field is quite spread out once again. Does Jeremy have to defend into the S's is the question. We should look maybe ahead as there's another train forming here with Tom now leading the train. He cannot get away from Billy, and this could be enough opportunity for him. But Billy only 6% of his ERS. I mean, that's not the best ERS management you could have. Billy doesn't have enough power, and Luke has gone past. Luke has gotten past Jeremy, as Reese and Ross are extend the massive overcut. 34-6 from sorry. There could be maybe some movement here and some movement in the back with Shane and Jeremy. Well, does Shane have so much more downforce at the moment? Nope. Will be a move on the straight? Or will there be any movement now coming into the long hairpin or the what am I talking? I don't know. The long hairpin. Anyways, Shane boxed in. Luke cutting in as Pope makes a big mistake. Luke really clever here. Shane will follow. Ross has pitted. Is now coming out of the pits and is really far behind. But what tires is he on? He's on hards. That means, my ladies and gentlemen, Shane will have to pit once again, and if the gap isn't like 16-17 seconds, there will be no fight for Shane for P1. Shane needs to press on. Reese is now leading, and this is probably fatal for Reese because Ross was in the pit, and the undercut here is really powerful, and if Reese pits now and loses so much time because of the overcut, it's gonna be close as Ivan has left the session. Let me invite him. Let me invite him. Okay, now we're back. Reese in the pits, just out behind Ross. But that's enough. Matt now approaching Jeremy. Can Matt actually make a move on track? Matt with this NASCAR control. Let's now go on board with Adam, 3/10 behind Tim with the DRS. Could make a move. Tim is already deploying much of his ERS, and Adam is not deploying any. You can see the red light flashing there. Billy gets a 3-second penalty. Now maybe into turn one. Into turn one, if you park your car on the middle of the track, you will not get overtaken. That's just how things are. Reese gets a 3-second penalty, because if you put your car into the middle of the track, you're gonna still take the apex. And I need to invite Ivan once again if I can. Okay. Has anything happened? Nope. Ivan's back in. As Matt is now leading Ross and Reese, and they will need to clear Matt if they want to keep the gap that they need to Shane. Matt, of course, letting them by, almost colliding with Reese. Billy into the pits. Luke and Enzo really close to each other. Reese also really close to Ross. As Michael has gone past Wooly. Interesting. As Thomas McIver and Shane are looking to get past the second Red Bull car. Or the first Red Bull car, I don't know. It's gonna be probably 3 wide down the straight. Can we just get the normal camera? That would be awesome. Now the game. Let's see. It's already side by side. Thomas with 80% of his ERS, and his pass will try to make a switchback. Really nice, but I don't think there will be a switchback being done, as Shane runs wide, and that's a warning. We have here Reese trying to overtake Jeremy and Ross. Jeremy has probably moved off the way. Shane side by side at the moment. There's too much action for me, people. Please. Side by side. Can I please get a normal camera? Yes. Side by side with Mr. B. And gets past. Tyler Thomas overtakes Enzo as Enzo was in the pits. So do we have one stop from everyone now? No, we don't. Shane looking to go down the inside up into P4 side by side still, but Shane will stick to P4 now as Tom Pitts for probably Hearts. Yep, Hearts for him. Shane is now back down to P4. This could have been tragic. Still side by side. We'll go side by side into turn 4. Let's see who will be the latest breaker. Shane will probably have the better traction whilst being on the outside line. Will now turn into the inside line. Still side by side. Amazing. Oh, now down the inside here has to pull out a bit Thomas McIver, but that's some amazing racing here. But this fight for Shane crucially was too long. Shane needs to clear the traffic. Shane needs to build the gap, because now the gap to Ross is around. Oh, there's a spin by Thomas on traction coming out of the long right-hander. Yeah, the gap from Ross to Shane, and now as Shane goes up into P2 as Adam Pitts and Tim Pitts, and that means Shane will be leading B Pitts. Luke does not pit. So once all the graphics are sorted, I can tell you what the gap to Shane is. It's about 11 seconds. Shane will need another probably three seconds to be safe, but if Shane can find another 11 seconds in the second stint, then it's gonna be marginal with the pit stop, and we'll still need to find like 2 seconds to overtake them. So it's gonna be a tight battle in the end. Luke and Thomas McIver still have to pit again, so I think they are the only guys yet to pit, as there is a Tom approaching Reese and going past with a big lockup. What I want to say, yeah, stops. Oh, there's plenty of guys yet to pit. Okay. This could be a new train forming behind the guys that haven't been to the pits yet. Tyler Tillman's, meanwhile, is in the pits. Ivan pits, probably for mediums or no, for hots, for 14 laps hards. Okay, let's go on board with the front of this queue as, oh my goodness, Tom and Thomas and Reese all side by side. 3-second penalty for Adam. Go to the front of the queue with Luke. There will be no movement with Luke. Maybe here Tom is boxed in here and has to defend from Thomas, but Thomas really early on the brakes and cannot convert that into a move, and gets a 3-second penalty and spins once again, or was hit. I didn't see what happened there. I think it's probably the inside curb that has spun him round. Will Ross go round the outside and do a switch back here? This could potentially be a move being done here. Ross, oh, almost pins there. Billy and Spicer close to each other. This is some great racing, to be honest. So, no movement with Luke as Tom goes down the inside on Ross. Still type of forces Ross wide. Now Reese is boxed in. Between those three has to yield, and it is Tom and P3. So Tom had one stop, is on the hot. So this is for position P2 once everybody pits. Once Luke and Shane pit. That will be P1, and Shane will be fighting for P2, of course. And it's a gap of 13 seconds now for Shane. Shane must be enjoying this. We expect Shane to pit in the next 2 to 3 laps. Maybe next lap. Tom Spicer gets a penalty. Oh! It's not Shane. I thought it was Shane. It's Tyler Thomas spinning, losing his front wing. Virtual safety car. Okay, this is interesting. Shane is pitting now. This is perfect for Shane. This is maybe perfect for Luke. It depends on where they end up. Shane will surely... no way Shane doesn't get out in front of them. 16 seconds is more than enough. Luke pits. Also free pit stop. See, Shane and Luke there. Oh, Shane has fallen behind. But now so much closer, I think. Oh, we'll have to clear Billy still, but I think on these fresh tires Shane will be able to Attack for the win as Jeremy gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Luke gets out in P9.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
It's going.
So there was just a virtual safety car, and Shane on the 2-stop has pitted and gained lots of time.
Oh, that's good for him.
Oh, as there is Jeremy retiring from the session. Tyler Thomas retiring from the session in the pits, or nah? You do. Did Tyler Thomas just crash into the pit wall, or what happened?
He crashed a bit more. You mean? Right? We have 70 TM racing who's. We have a first.
You are lagging so much.
Why? Be right back.
Yep. Now I can understand you somehow. Oh, maybe not. Left the party. Okay. Billy into the pits. The virtual safety car. A full safety car would be amazing for the race in general, but this is actually hurting Shane, I think, because every second out of full pace is hurting Shane, because Shane has fresh tires, they don't have fresh tires, and I think Shane would want more real track time. Adrian Lennon following Tom Spicer. Shane. Yes, I can. Just wait. Shane is now about to go down the inside. Oh, as there's a Williams spinning. Who was it? Oh, wait. Oh, it's Adam spinning. Okay. Down to P10 for Adam. P11 for Adam.
3, 4 minutes.
Shane now down the inside into turn 1 will get the move done unless Ruiz can pull out something massive. It is Ross in P2, Tom in P1, Shane in P3, Reese in P4. Four-way battle for the win. Shane has the biggest chances. Adrian is looking to go past.
And you gonna as I mic out again?
Yes.
Why? I don't know.
Your internet isn't cooperating.
No, I think I'm gonna restart my PS4.
Yeah, try that. As Shane now will pull out to go down the inside on Ross. Ross will maybe try to make a switchback, maybe, but Shane has too much grip with the fresher tires. Now for Shane, only Tom left. Only Tom left for Shane.
That's good for Tom. Not good for Tom, I mean good for Shane.
As side by side are here Thomas Spicer and B. B with DRS. Well, we'll go onto the grass, but still save the car. Shane 2/10, 3/10 behind Tom. With that, this lap we will get the decisive move, I think, as Wooly pits.
We have Wool.
And down the inside goes Shane up into P1. Nice move.
Nice move from him, yeah.
And you've been disconnected once again.
Yeah, my internet is so crash. I
Reed
think I'm
gets
gonna
another
restart
penalty.
my PS4 back up again. Gonna be right back.
Try. Okay, so I think that's the victory, the P1 done. The battle for P1. As Michael gets a 3-second penalty, Ivan was trying to go ahead into the hairpin. Jessica, by defending, runs really wide. They are still side by side here. Jessica will claim the racing line before the corner, but now bad exit for Jessica. Side by side here. DRS for Ivan, and Ivan will get the position. Will Thomas McIver also get Jessica? Yes, on soft tires. Okay, the field is quite spread out now. This was the only battle at the moment. We have Enzo here. And we have 6 laps left as well. We can go on board with Thomas and Ivan once again. Thomas on the softs, easy move to go up into P15, but locks up into the hairpin. Still not enough for Ivan to go back past. Oh, as Ivan decides to pit. Doesn't have so much to lose. 3 seconds for Thomas. Will there be any position changes because of the the penalties? Yes, there will. Tim will go ahead of Reese. Will not go ahead of Ross as it stands, but until the end of the race everything could happen. Tom Spice will stay there where he is. Mr. B will also be in P9 still. Billy will not lose a position. Michael will not lose a position. Wooly will get a position if he keeps the gap. And that's all we have with penalties. Oh, Tyler Thomas has retired, as there is... Was it Jessica spinning or doing something? There was a yellow flag, of course. Ivan has almost been lapped by Shane. Luke and Adrian Lennon battling for P6. Adrian Lennon, of course, our championship leader. Well, when we were with the championship, let's go and take a look at the standings at the moment. At this moment. So, Adrian Lennon would get with his P7, he would get 6 points. And Tom would get 18 points. The gap between them is 12 points. And they would be level pegging on points with 102. And Michael Marlowe is out of the points, nothing for him. Reese and Adam are on same amount of points. Adam is out of the points. Reese will get 12 or 10 when penalties come into play. So Reese will take the P4 for himself. Then we have Shane. Shane will get 25 points and will overtake both Reese and Adam. That would mean it's gonna be it's gonna be P3 for Shane. I think probably P3 for Shane, P4 for Michael, P5 for Reese, as Adrian Lennon has occupied P6 and will go 2 points ahead of Tom once the race finishes. Okay. The field is really spread out at the moment. Michael Marlowe will need 8 seconds to go up into P10, so only a miracle saves him here. Well, Michael take a good line to defend from B. Yes, as McIver and Woolley are side by side, and Woolley is ahead. As Marlowe is down to P12 once again. Will maybe go down the inside here. Nope, not happening this time, as into turn 1 goes Thomas McIver, still side by side, still close, has to take the wide line and is ahead. Oh, big lock up. This could provide an opportunity. Oh, close the door just lightly, but it's understeer. He couldn't have done anything, I think. Oh, runs really aggressively across the grass. Interesting line there. And locks up again, but doesn't. Does he have better traction? Seems like he does. Still P15 for him. Shane is already on lap 26 out of 28. Oh, big lockup. Still keeps the position, but now down the inside. Amazing overtake by Woolley. What a move. But the DRS is going to go to whom is it? Oh, it's Wooly with the DRS. So down the inside goes Wooly. Tries the switchback. Thomas McIver, but cannot do it successfully as he gets another 3-second time penalty. Matt is a second behind. Matt could gain 2 positions here. Wait, how many penalties do they have? Okay, so if Matt gets another, let's see, leader. Let's look at the battles here. So Matt doesn't have any penalties, obviously. The next car up ahead is Adam. He will get Adam, surely. Then, as we have some side-by-side action here still. Oh, really wide from Bully. Okay, so Matt will move up ahead of Adam, but will not move up ahead of Michael Marlowe. Oh, really wide from Thomas McIver here as the pits still side by side. They are here. B pits, and I don't know why. It is going to be who's going to be ahead. Oh, big lockup from Thomas McIver. Gets turned around the corner by Wooly's car. So fortunate that there is not a much worse accident there. He gives up on the fight, goes to pit for the softs, probably again to try to set the fastest lap. Matt will sadly still finish outside the points. Oh, there is. Oh, it's just Thomas being lapped. Shane is on the last lap. Amazing drive. Got a bit lucky with the safety car, but think still with the 2-stop Shane would have been quicker to claim the win. Tom with an amazing drive up into P2. Oh, Shane has a penalty. How many penalties does Shane have? 3 seconds. This could be mega close. Tom is deploying everything he has. This could be mega close. 3.2 tenths. Shane has more ERS than Tom. No, now they have the same amount of ERS. Pushing across the line. Every mistake will matter here. It is going to be P1 for Shane, P2 for Tom. It is going to be P3 for Ross and P4 for Reese. P4 for Tim in the end, as Reese has the penalties. P5 for Reese, P4 for Tim, P6 for Adrian Lennon, P6 for Luke Baker, P8 for Tom Spicer, and P9 will be Billy's. There is someone spinning on the last corner. Goes into the pits. Okay, Billy, who comes to get P10. P9 is Enzo. P11 will be reverse going Michael Marlowe. P12 will be Michael Marlowe. P11 will be Matt. P11 will be Matt. P12 will be Adam. P13 will be Marlowe. Marlowe does a 3-point turn at the moment. And we only wait for Wooly and Ivan to finish the race. Matt with P11 almost getting the points. Wooly P15 and P16 for Delta. Let's just see if the guys want interviews. It's Shane Ross and Tom.
Hello.
Hello.
I have my PS4 completely reboot.
Okay.
Yeah. I just press restart PS4. Yeah. But we have in first place IRL Shane. Second place Tom UL. Third place Ross. Fourth place Tim. Fifth place Reese. Sixth place PG Storm. Seventh place Luke. Eighth place Spider. Ninth place Enzo and 10th place Max. People. I don't know his real name.
Billy.
Billy. Hello, Billy. But are we going to do
Yes. I'm just inviting them.
Good. It's unusual to do a quick. So Shane, Tom, and Ross, and you want him to be the top 3 or top 5?
Top 3.
Top 3. So it's Shane, Tom, and Ross. But ready for Ross.
Tom is here.
Hello, Tom. How was your race?
Hello. Race was good. As soon as I saw Shane come, that VSC helped Shane so much.
Yeah.
And then he had a 3-second penalty, and before that last straight, I was 0.08 away from him. And I had no ERS to catch him on to beat me by 2 tenths.
So you were really close.
So,
I mean, it was a good drive from you. I don't know where we qualified, but I saw you in P2, and I was like, how are you in P2?
How did you get there?
well, I think the strategy, the best strategy was the medium hards. So I qualified on mediums, and I went 4 or 5 people qualified on softs, and they had to do a 2-stop. Right, but that worked for Shane in the end because of the DSC. But yeah, I went for the medium hard strategy. Something happened to Storm earlier on, which was quite fortunate. And then just had to pass Billy really, and then I was in net lead until Shane caught up.
Yeah, oh, I'm just gonna get Shane on.
Shane gave a good race.
Yeah.
As soon as you got that 3-second penalty, I just noticed he started pushing so much harder.
I've sent an interview to Shane, and now I only need to.
I'm gonna. Hey, hi Shane.
Yeah, Shane.
Can somebody invite Alpha? I cannot find him on PSN.
Oh,
Yeah,
your first
I got
win?
Congratulations, Shane. What did you think when you saw the virtual safety car come out?
Yeah, I was just coming out of the penultimate corner, and I saw the VSC pop up, and I was like, "This is perfect timing. It couldn't have been any better than that." I think without the VSC it would have been a lot harder, but I think I could have maybe got the podium even without the VSC. But
With my calculations, it was gonna be really close for the victory between you three.
I mean, without the VSC, if I looked at the timings, I would have been about 8 seconds behind the other guys, so I would have still caught up. I'm happy with the win, that's for sure. My first ever win. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm honestly, I'm still shaking. I've been shaking the whole race because that's always the same. When I'm in the front, I can feel my heart beat.
And do you know why the virtual safety car was out?
I have no idea. Well, we have
There-
multiple virtual safety cars. I saw
Yeah, the first one.
track, but that's it.
The first one where you pitted is because Williams spun and lost his front wing. That's literally the reason. There's nothing else to it. Tom, where did you qualify? Do you know still?
Yeah, I qualified P8, so I went on the mediums. Medium hard, so I think it's the best strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the second pit stop.
Uh,
Nah, that was a great race from Shane. I think even without the DSC, Shane would have got podium.
yeah, surely.
That's what I think too.
Shane, your pace was insane to be fair.
Oh no, that like
pace is like really fast.
thanks. Well, honestly, thank you. There's not a lot of tracks where I'm actually really fast, and I can tell you, China is apparently one of them. I didn't do that. I thought it wasn't. But there's not a lot of tracks that I actually am fast.
Can you name some? Okay.
Well, look, France, you were flying, but you were literally flying.
Yeah, you were flying around.
USA, you were rapid. But you had that kind of answer.
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
USA. You were rapid in USA.
Thank you for the compliments.
But it's not necessary. You wanted to say.
I mean, honestly, I mean, no, I'm just speechless. I wasn't expecting. Well, actually, I was expecting to win it, and I was expecting to have Michael Marlowe up on the podium with me. But then when I figured out he crashed on lap 1, yeah, then I was like, okay, he's not making it. Which, very sorry for him, honestly. But this win, thanks to him, because he's the one who told me to do soft, medium. Even without the safety car or VSC, it's still the better strategy, he said, and apparently it worked out. Especially with the VSC, yeah, I was so happy when that came out. That was insane.
And Ross, how was your race?
Redemption Day. For fans. Redemption Day. Finally got one. I'm happy, bro. I was absolutely but I was nervous last lap. 10 was under 3 seconds. I'm lucky he ran out of fuel. Yeah, well.
Yeah, you were battling the whole race with Reese and with Tom, and who else was there in the mix?
It was me, Shane, and Reese at the start, which I don't know.
Yeah, at the start. Shane with a massive undercut, to be fair, on lap 4.
I undercut Reese and I thought I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I had them.
But
It was me, Reese, Tom Spicer, Tim, and other people, but I forgot who.
yeah, Shane, good job with clearing the traffic.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I had a little bit more work with Thomas MacGyver. He actually decided to fight back, and all the others, I overtook them, whether it was on the inside or in the braking zone of the corner or on the straight. They didn't put up much of a fight. They just let me go. I was on the fresher tires, so they just let me go, and then Thomas had to give me a battle, but it is what it is.
There is always one person who wants to battle.
Yeah, most of the times it's the
Nearly the whole field lets you go, but there's one person who doesn't let you go.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys. Good race. See you next week. Where are we next week?
Japan.
It's Japan.
Oh God.
Weird track.
Season 7.
Boys, have fun. I am for sure not on the podium. Not in Mexico either. I'm not on the podium. But
Shane, I might have a podium.
Have fun
Shane,
up
I'm
there.
gonna have a podium again.
Okay, no, so close at the end though. It was only like 8 minutes in it.
I
before the
know
final
it was
straight.
so close at the end. I know. That was
Me
insane.
and Tim, like Shane, if what is it? Shane, what is it? Me and Tim were 2.7 coming to the final straight, and he just runs out of fuel in the final with the hairpin. I'm like,
Yo, I was on not on the last lap, but lap 27. I was not even on the straight. Jeff tells me that I only have 1 lap of fuel left, so I was, and as soon as I got the penalty, I had to push harder. So I spent all of my ERS on that straight, and then I had 0 ERS, and every time I kept saving the ERS the whole lap and then using it all on the straight. Yeah, it was a very nerve-wracking last few laps, especially with Tom trying to get back into that 50-second
What
gap.
do you mean, like the spot before the S's?
No, the straight before the hairpin,
Oh, that
Yeah,
one.
that monster.
the big one. But I'll see you guys next week. Maybe.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Nope.
Thank you guys. See you next week in Japan.